Stasinowsky marks, plays very quickly on a Logan, who's caught without possession, but that's the new rule. That's a good one.
Out the palm. Long one to Stasinowsky. Now he should get this one. Into centre half forward.
Oh, great mark, Ross Gibbs.
And he's own in the goal square of Stasinowsky. Oh, open goal to Chris Stasinowsky.
Bang.
Missed on his own. Stasinowsky in the goal square. Running into an open goal. Number 5 for Stasinowsky.
West Perth have got a bit of a run on. Stasinowsky's got rid of his opponent Outhwaite and given away the free. Outhwaite to the half forward.
Gavranich's looking for Stasinowsky and finding him. Oh, you can't keep this fella down. What a brilliant exhibition of football Stasinowsky's put up. He's given 5 goals. Had a bit of a rest on the bench during this quarter, but he's certainly the player that can lift any side. When he's in this frame of mind, there's nobody can beat Chris Stasinowsky. 6 goals off the boot of Chris Stasinowsky to West Perth, bolting away now. 21 goals, 13 to South Fremantle, 7-13. We'll have to hurry to Stasinowsky. 27 Stasinowsky. Going to go with the left foot. That's close. That's magnificent. Oh my God. Something goal to Stasinowsky. Let's see many better ones than that wrong foot tight on the boundary. Oh, great bit of football by Gibbs to give it over to Stasinowsky. Look at that left footer, steers it right through. What a brilliant piece of football to bring up his second goal. If that doesn't lift West Perth and take them further away to the lead, I don't know what will. On his day, this fella is an absolute well-being. That takes West Perth to 12-6. South, 3 goals, 21 minutes.
Jager gets it to Fong. Fong goes out wide and finds Stasinowsky leading forward brilliantly. And Chris Stasinowsky could be within scoring distance. No one on the mark. Gains good ground. Takes the shot from 40 metres. He's got the distance and the direction. Black defence there by his first. Against Jager. Taps it down Ironmonger, but it goes to Stasinowsky. He hooks it back. A great snap. A terrific snap by Stasinowsky, but it hasn't carried the goal line. We're going to the last term now. Ironmonger's tap down, missed by Spencer in the centre. And the umpire pays a free kick to West Perth to Stasinowsky, having a run on the ball. Away he goes, Stasinowsky. He's a dangerous footballer. Puts this right up into the forward pocket. Centre half forward, makes a mistake, and Manane clears towards Stasinowsky. He knocks the ball on cleverly up in the wing towards Alderton. And Alderton taps it across to Comerford. Oh, and a heavy bump by Gavranich. The ball goes to Stasinowsky. Oh, got a heavy bump for shirt front. Stasinowsky shots a brilliant kick. It's gone through for full points. A goal to West Perth. Oh, now a chance for Gibbs. Through to Stasinowsky. Over to Fong. 25 metres out. Takes the shot. The ball out of the pack, but only as far as Manane. He gives the ball to Gibbs. Gives a nice short pass, and there's that man against Stasinowsky.
He's going to be fairly well blanketed all day, but he's coming to the fore now. He's been very prominent in this last quarter, Stasinowsky.
Having a brilliant last quarter, Keith. Now, from centre half forward, he's taking this shot. Torpedo punts a magnificent kick. It'll clear the pack, and it's a goal. South Fremantle will get the free kick through Moscone.
Now they've got to go long and down to one. Monteith's got to be the target.
Moscone kicks in towards centre half forward. Stasinowsky holds the mark. Gets 15 metres here for sure. And things could be starting to break a bit for South now, because this brings Stasinowsky inside the 50-metre line.
Well, I always say you make your own luck, and South are making their own now because they're going in for the ball.
It's 8-5 to Clermont, 3-1 to South. Stasinowsky with a powerful kick. That's a good one by Stasinowsky. Through for full points. South at 4-1. Creeping back at Clermont, who are 8-5.
16 points.
By Lil is marked by Stasinowsky, 30 metres out from goal.
Settle down, Stazza.
Well, Stasinowsky's in a hurry.
Was he in a hurry?
Now, the question is, can he find the target? South are kicking point after point. Drop punt, a high one. That's a good kick. That looks like a goal. It is to South Fremantle. They go to 14-24. Clermont 18-10. And South Fremantle have now outscored Clermont. 38 scoring shots to 20.
A lot of petrol left. I said that 10 minutes ago.
Morton towards Malaxis, and that's out of bounds on the full and without being touched. And Stasinowsky gets the free kick. What South need are goals, not points, Keith, and they've been kicking points.
They've got the run of the ball. They seem to have more legs left.
Stasinowski's going for the goal. It's a difficult kick. Won't make the distance. Full forward. Rawlinson in front takes the mark for South Fremantle. Plays on to Stasinowski. Stasinowski from 25 metres. South messed that up. They get a point. Why would he want to play on from 25 metres out right in front?
Because 5 minutes ago he did the same thing, played on to Winmar and set him up.
Harper wins the knock. In goes Stasinowski. Stasinowski gets a high tackle. Right in front of Rowe. Claremont get away with it through Cantha. And Moss over there on the scoreboard side. Dorotich going into tackle. He's got 3 men to
Where are the South players? No one going over to give a hand.
Stasinowski was most unlucky not to get the kick. Right in front of the umpire for a high tackle around the
front
net.
instead of going for the hand pass, which came unstuck to Stasinowski. And I wonder if Stazza had got that free kick for a high tackle, which he should have got. Had South got goals from those 2 instances, well, they could have been in front, and who knows what would have happened from there.
Goals, 9.
Well, I'm not usually a big rap with Stazza. Like, he does lots of silly things on the footy field, but I reckon he's come out and he's livened Perth up out there. He's starting to throw his weight around. He's starting to get a few Claremont players agitated, as he did last week, as Stazza. Have a look at the pass. He picks out Joe Santostefano. That was a screw-type kick, floating away out of bounds, and Santostefano taking the mark.
Back of the centre, Newman a big knock. Yorgie.
Fully jigged to relief for Perth.
I reckon Morton was unlucky then. He unloaded it pretty quickly.
Stasinowski's taken the mark.
Stazza playing for 15 metres, backing into him.
Well, he's got out there to stir everything up. He's done that, George. They're looking better.
I saw Jack Sheedy kick a goal from here once.
Well, 65 metres out,
Showing your age,
a long
George.
way out. It's a bad kick. Perth are in the best position to mark Santostefano in front of Pickett.
Beautiful pass, wasn't it, Trev?
One of my passes. He recovered quickly. Stazza's got him again, though. This is Scott into Griličić. Griličić got him, holding the ball. Tony Begovic going in hard on Stasinowski.
Stazza reckon it was high.
Yes, it was at the finish.
Santostefano kicks up towards Stasinowski. Sport by Armstrong. Stasinowski again. Can he get into the clear?
He
can. Shook off Sartori. Very cute angle. He's kicked a goal. He has. Geez, brilliant. He's a dead-eye dick. And it's 4 points the difference. Perth are 16-7, 103. Swans are 16-11, 107.
Well, how do you work Stazza out? Have a look at this. He does it again. Right on the boundary. One way, then the other. Looks this way, looks that way. Again, he's opened it up. But, boy, look at the angle. Ping, straight through it goes. How can how can you work his game out, George? He was a very poor player in the first half. He fumbled. He was tentative. He didn't want the ball. I looked down at my scorecard. He's kicked 6. 2 in the second quarter, 2 in the third, 2 in this last quarter. He's brought Perth back into the game.
Yeah, the wide angle makes Nick Ray down there near the square, and Stasinowski. The 2 Perth players both went for the mark. Nick Ray throws it out to Stasinowski. Ware comes in. Oh, Ryder socketed. A goal.
Boyle.
Comes out to Barracks. Shakes off Ware. Puts the ball a full forward. Ray. Chance for Stasinowski. Stasinowski.
Well played,
That's a goal to Stazza. Brilliant finesse in the forward pocket. He's irrepressible, that fellow. Perth 15-7, 97. Swans 16-11, 107.
Goal number 5 to Stazza. Have a look at this. In goes the pass from Barrage. I think it hits Mick Ray in the mouth. Bounces in the path of Stasinowski. Now look where he looks. There's the feint. And he just opens the goal up for himself and wanders in and pops it through. Brilliant stuff, George.
Should have been a hypnotist.
Yeah. He's got a bit of flair about him.
He mesmerised that defender.
2 of them.
He does. Boom. Barrage up to the half-forward line. Stasinowski. By Perth, right up towards full forward. Mick Ray's in front. Taken by Stasinowski. On the left foot, 20 metres, he's missed this one. Ugle goes after it, and the ball out of play in the right full forward pocket. Well, that would have been too much if he had to kick the third.
Well, he's got the smell in his snout now, hasn't he, Stazza?
If he had to kick the third in the last quarter here.
He's looking at those goals, weaving and turning, the head's going from one side to the other, and he's got those Swans defenders completely bamboozled.
Great knock, taken through by Watson. Stasinowski in front, the ball
on the other, and eventually Ryder played it with a lot of aplomb and found Big Dean Farmer.
What can he do from nearly 50 metres?
It's a wobbler.
Yeah, it's a wobbler. Oh, Perth mark it! Stasinowsky. And he argues the point with the defender down there, Armstrong. No, Langsford. What a brilliant mark.
Yes, it was. Let's have another look at it. That looked to be going nowhere. A wobbly old kick, but he's in front. I'll give him his due. He's usually in front, Stazza.
Now he's on an angle of about 85 degrees. He snapped a brilliant one from here early on.
There he
comes
goes.
round, takes the shot. He's kicked the goal. Oh boy, what's that? Goal number 8. Goal number 7. Goal number 7. Stasinowsky. The scoreboard: Swans 18-11, 119, and Perth 16-7, 109.
He should have been a cricketer, Stazza, you know, because once he gets his eye in, he's irrepressible, isn't he? He just cannot miss the goal. I've seen him do this before. He can kick them from absolutely anywhere, and he's done that in this quarter. Absolutely sensational.
Yeah, it's 17-7 to Perth. The score's just gone on the board. 17-17 to Perth, 109. Swans 18-11, 119.
13 minutes gone, nearly 14 minutes gone last quarter.
10 points the difference. Still a handy lead to Swans. Newman wins the knock.
Easily.
Wiley through brilliantly to Watson. Watson looks for Stasinowsky. 25 metres out. Well, when a player strikes a purple patch, you see this. You probably see it twice a season, Keith, and you're seeing it right now.
That's right. And if he was a cricketer, George, he'd have 100 in a session.
Unbelievable. Now, will he kick it straight? He's kicked 7 goals in this match. Drop punt, dead-eye dick, straight through for full point. That's goal number 8. And the difference is 4 points in favour of Swans. Perth are 18-7, Swans are 18-11.
Don't forget where that all emanated from. Big Ian Newman back on the ball. Satori's making the mistake of not running in far enough. Newman's got his run in.
He's 60 metres out. He'll be a fraction more than 60 when he kicks it. I tell you what, Keith, he won't go too far from making the distance here.
Well, what a mistake by Peter Ware.
Yeah, will he kick a torpedo? Yes, look, he's holding the ball for a torpedo. If he gets on the one, it's a beautiful kick. It won't quite make it. Johns went up high. Wider has kicked the goal. A kick from Stasinowsky to carry the pack almost. And at 7 points, the lead to Perth. There's 21 goals, 8. The Swans 19-13.
Perth have come from absolutely nowhere.
Oh, they're alive.
They're on fire.
Out comes Stasinowsky. Again. Well, he's a miracle man in this last quarter. How many goals has he kicked in this quarter, Keith?
Well, he's kicked 4 in this quarter.
He's kicked 8 for the match.
8 together and 4 in this quarter.
Well, he'll be just inside the 50-metre line. Away he goes. Drop punt. The ball on fire. Stands stock still. He didn't even move.
I've got no room on my program. Where do I put this 9th goal?
9 goals to Stasinowsky. You're watching an amazing display. Perth 22 goals, 8. 140 points, leading Swans 19-13, 127.
Well, what a transformation. How can you give Stazza the best on ground, George? And he's won the game for Perth, no risk about that. But how can you give him best on the ground when he puts in that half that he put in here?
Oh, you've got to go for winners, Keith.
Unbelievable.
6 minutes to go. But they can particularly thank Chris Stasinowsky and Ian Newman.
Well, what an effort by Perth. Mal Brown, of course, was delighted. It could have been the second draw in 5 weeks at Lathlane Park. Remember that draw in the first round against West Perth. Ken, a fellow called Chris Stasinowsky, who kicked 9 goals yesterday, and almost all of them in the second half. What's your opinion of him?
Well, you know, one of the vagaries of coaching would be a player of Stasinowsky's ilk. He performs extremely well at times, and other times perhaps a little frustratingly, but you couldn't fault that sort of performance. Very ordinary apparently, or obviously in the first half, but in the second half, and a 5-goal last quarter in what was a pressure cooker last quarter speaks volumes for the quality.
Hardly wasted a kick. Gavranich looking for Stasinowsky and finding him. Oh, you can't pick this fella down. What a brilliant exhibition of football Stasinowsky's put up. He's kicked 5 goals. Had a bit of a rest on the bench during this quarter, but he's certainly the player that can lift any side. He's in this frame of mind. There's no way he can beat Chris Stasinowsky. 6 goals off the boot of Chris Stasinowsky to West Perth, bolting away now. 21 goals, 13 to South Meal, 7-13.
for Ray. The ball eluding all players, and Nick may well have given away the free kick. Play on is the call. There's no one in the square. Stasinowsky has wrong-footed his opponent and has kicked truly, I suspect. No, he's missed two. It shaved the post.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they've had 3 or 4 straight shots for goal and have missed them. And, you know, a player like Stazza, I've seen him many, many times kick those very, very pressure goals, and I'm sure the West Perth side breathed a breath of relief.
Port Adelaide versus South Adelaide. South Adelaide, C. Stasinowsky 1. North Adelaide versus South Adelaide. South Adelaide, C. Stanisowski 1
Mike
vote.
Bennett has 2, Mark Pittman 3, leading the way at the Panthers. David Kapler with 6 votes.
Stasinowsky was taken off the ground. He's obviously suffering from a knee injury of some form.
He is. He's without a knee, he's also got an ankle injury and a hamstring problem as well. So, you know, full credit to him. He came out and fought on well and kicked a couple of goals, which is great.
And Stasinowsky, the best of the goal kickers, 2 each for South, while for Sturt, Wilmot kicked 3 goals.
Goes deep into the forward zone. Stasinowski's there, bottling for position. He picks up a handball over the top. He's done just that. Richter intercepts. Fair close there. Free kick.
Now out to Dewhurst. The Panthers are on the march. There's no doubt about that. They've lifted their work rate by 100%. The ball comes in long. Stazza again. Goes in long. Stazza opposed to Downs. Downs gets to the ball first and gets a handball away and finds the safety of Darrell.
South Adelaide, Jarvis the feeding handball. Long into the forward zone. Stasinowski's there and he's got it. Oh, South Adelaide are playing with inspiration. 68 plays 77. There's 9 points in this. Stasinowski already has 1 goal. He left the field for part of this game. That knee obviously worrying him. Goes long. It looks good. He's got it. 3 points the margin in this game. South Adelaide are on the way back, and Sturt, don't tell me, could they blow it?
Well, they've led all day and they've appeared to be in complete control of this game, but now there's only 3 points in it as Stasinowsky took a great mark. And, gee, I was watching Rick Davies, and as Stazza went up, so did Rick. And he's certainly involved in this game because, let's not forget, it's for the battle for bottom.
Well, the other side of that, of course, Sturt can win today. They're only 2 or 3 games out of the 5, so even though they're battling pace along grandstand wing, Stasinowski looks to play on. He hasn't got as much pace as he used to have, Stazza, and I think that troubles him. That knee certainly is a bother for him this afternoon too. That left knee heavily strapped. Back into play. McCarthy will do the run.
Harris down towards Stasinowski. Hake applies the tackle. The ball goes to Reynolds. Reynolds wins the tap down towards Delina. Taken by Butler. He was well tackled. Smith in there. Smith's been a quiet player today, Darrell Smith. See, in recent weeks he's been picking up a number of possessions whilst ruck roving. Just a little bit quiet today. Reynolds again with the tap. Pittman out there, taken by Schneebichler. His kick out wide towards the boundary line. Smith leads in the chase, should just cut the ball off, loses his footing.
Almost took the mark. Warner thrown off the ball. Now Underwood wide. Plenty of space, but behind play, Stasinowski's held Underwood by the ankle, says the umpire. So the free kick will go back the way of Andrew Underwood.
Well, that was unfortunate for South Adelaide because they were streaming in.
The front spot, Ron Taylor will take off. Has a look over the shoulder. Sees Stasinowski on a lead. The kick wasn't good. Off hands, Abernethy. 16 scoring shots for 12-4. Port, on the other hand, 11 goals, 13. Had a shocking third quarter. They kicked 3-8. Oh, a good mark taken by Stasinowski. He's the player working his way free. He's taken it on the chest only about 30 metres out from goal. Accurate kick here from Stasinowski would put the Panthers back in front. Kick number 9. Plenty of height, plenty of distance. And he speared it straight through the middle. 5 goals to Stasinowski, and South Adelaide put their nose back in front with the breeze. 13-4 they are. Port Adelaide 11-13. Michael Bennett. Wild kick towards centre half forward. Off hands again. It's aerial ping-pong at the moment. Coming to meet it was Steckel. Tried to tap it out wide in the direction of Stasinowski. He's working hard for it. He's got to beat 3. Now Dewhurst crashes through. The handball fed back now to Max Eddy. Eddy's kick is short. Stasinowski's got room in the pocket. It'll be a great kick if he can kick this one. But he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. It was an awful kick, really, because Ron Taylor was lurking in the square without an opponent on him. Out of bounds on the full, the free kick going the way of Port Adelaide, and it's going to be go back for kick number 5. Puts it up high. Players will set themselves. Johnston going with the ball at the back of the pack. Chance for Stasinowsky. Hooks around the body. It's a beauty from Stasinowsky. Just what South needed. 11 goals for Port Adelaide. 11-13. 4 goals to Stasinowsky.
Brilliantly done, Stasinowsky. He looked like he'd wasted his opportunity then when he couldn't one grab it. He kicks 4. That's his 7th kick and a vital goal to South Adelaide. But Shane Butler, who took that heavy knock, has had to leave the turf. He's just not well at all. And he's going to be replaced by Craig Dewhurst. Cleverly Steckel, Stasinowsky, took the mark. The umpire's dead, play on. Right forward pocket, he goes in with a long one. He's put another one through. Oh, what a brilliant goal. Number 7. South still in there fighting at the 29-minute mark, 15-4. They trail the Magpies 14-18 on 7's big lead.
Well, words really fail me for Chris Stasinowsky today. He's kicked 7 goals. I'd imagine that 5 of those have come from some unbelievably acute angles. He's made them look all so casual. 11 kicks in South Adelaide. Well, still a glimmer of hope, but they still need 2 goals. They trail at the moment by some 8 points. Kick underway. Steckel front spot. Stasinowsky off hands. He'll have a shot at goal. It's coming back. It's a beautiful goal, Stasinowsky. What an absolute ripper. 6 goals. If South win, he's a match winner. South Adelaide 14-4. Port Adelaide 12-16.
We're a bit sorry for Rick Davies. South getting close, but of course getting close does not win premiership points. Port Adelaide, an 8-point victory there over South Adelaide. Darren Smith and Lum booted 3 for the Magpies. Stasinowsky, an outstanding performance with 7. Stokell is still booting them. He got 4, and Pittman got 3 for South Adelaide. After the game, Daisy Day caught up with Port Adelaide coach.
Out of that mark. Actually, David, I was looking at Stasinowsky only a few moments before you mentioned that, and he's like the Muhammad Ali of football. He keeps talking to his opponent. He just doesn't let up. This time it's his opponent, though, wins the honours because he punches the ball forward, intercepted by Eddie. In there is Bennett. Players diving on top of the ball, and in fact Hewitt's won himself a free kick for being at the bottom of that pack.
Behind play, Stasinowsky still going on with that little battle with Robbie Lynch. I don't think either of those players are too concerned about the odd bruise.
Haylock tried to take a mark whilst lying on the ground. Stasinowsky back there placed his teammate under pressure. The ball goes over the boundary line, and there'll be a throw in. Certainly is a fiery customer, Stasinowsky. He doesn't mind having a few words or throwing the arms around a bit.
David Elliott there, officiating his first game.
Panthers into attack again. He kicks to an unprotected goal, and the mark being taken by Stasinowsky. Already has 2 goals. Chris Stasinowsky. Fairly acute angle. He's only about 5 metres out. If we get technical, perhaps about 8 metres out. Normally a reliable kick, but he's pulled that one. It's a minor score. So Stazza can't improve on his personal tally, and that would have been very handy. It would have been 3 goals in 12 minutes. They've missed that opportunity. Let's see if they can get back in there and have another go.
Yes, Stasinowsky plays the forward zone like a defender. Doesn't allow backmen to get easy kicks.
Just hit time on in this first quarter.
Williams will bring the ball back into play. That's Gary Williams. Tankasick, good mark. Plenty of pressure from Stasinowsky. He had reason to be disappointed. The ball is wet. Be like a cake of soap at the end of the day. There's a high tackle. It was a high slap in actual fact. Fuller.
In fact, David, I heard that one from here.
Yes, it was a slap. He's had plenty of work to do too. Whitford's been a star on Taylor. Stasinowsky tried hard from limited opportunities. Forward he goes. Now out to Taylor. Short he goes. Stasinowsky lost his footing, but took a good mark. Under pressure from Robbie Lynch. There's no love lost between those two. It's been a ding-dong battle all day, and I mean that quite literally. Stasinowsky from half forward goes short to the run of Hewitt into space. Pushes the ball long towards Steckel. Steckel's there. Unattended is Robbie Lynch. Blood streaming out of a nose, so he's got one. Stasinowsky and him have had pretty hard battle today.
Side as Dickinson gets the ball. Now he gets it over to Eddie. Eddie drives long. It's 2-1 back there. And Williams would be very relieved to see that ball go over the boundary line.
Stasinowsky wasn't happy with Eddie. He was flanking him on the inside, calling for the handball, and Stasinowsky would have run into
towards Lynch. Pittman in there again. Oh, desperate work. Jarvis. Oh, well picked up by Stasinowsky. His handball was poor. Baker. Baker has a good look, decides to hug the boundary line, looking for Stasinowsky.
He's looking for in the one-on-one. Schneebickler into the pocket. Stasinowski's up in front of Lynch. He's had very limited opportunities today, Stasinowsky, but what he's done very well. He already has 2 goals. He opened the third term for South Adelaide by booting one at the 6-minute mark and getting them rolling, and if he can steer this one through, which he can't, I was about to say it would have been his third, but 2 goals already to Chris Stasinowsky. He now has 2 goals, 3.
Certainly is a confident character. He's had an absorbing duel with Robbie Lynch. Plenty of chit-chat going on out there. There's where to give chase is Livers. Dickinson opts to kick the ball over the head of Stasinowsky. Possibly would have been better running further.
Steckel put himself under pressure. Forward, Stasinowsky over the head.
How much strength that takes. The snapshot by Hewitt around his body. The mark's been taken by Stasinowsky. It's like a shark lurking there up in the forward lines. That's 1 goal to date. Menzel leads the goal kicking for the Panthers. He kicked 2 in the first quarter. Stasinowsky 5 metres out, bangs through his second goal, so the Panthers are back with a goal, the first time they've scored since the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. They now move on to 6 goals, 5, 41 points. Woodville are on 9, 12, 66.
2 to John Menzel, 2 to Chris Stasinowsky. He's a man who certainly knows where the goals are, Stasinowsky. Lynch has the job of minding him. They'll certainly need him to be kicking more, but he's dangerous when the ball comes in quickly, and that's what the Panthers did on that occasion. They got it in quickly, and he didn't let them down. Kapler, quick kick under pressure. Stasinowski's after that one. Stasinowsky. He's disappointed with himself. Lynch was the opposing player. And the throw will
now
take
picked up by Kapler. That kick is smothered. Sewer, strong body work. Lunn in there trying to feed out a handball. Valenti. Kapler again around his body. Stasinowsky, or Stasinowsky as he prefers to be called. And I would imagine he would know. After all, it is his name.
I think he might, Kim. So Stazza.
That might be the easy way out.
I think it might be. 25 metres out, directly in front. In fact, it might even be a little bit further than that. It might be 30 metres out, 35 perhaps, as Stazza shapes up to tie up the bootlaces. Do what you like when you've got the football.
Actually, David, just look at the way he tied his lace up then. That's most interesting. He didn't put it underneath his sprigs like most players do. He just tied it up like a sand shoe.
Kim Dillon's football trivia segment, but a very interesting point. Lines them up, it certainly helped. It's got there too. Stazza's got it. That's his first. South Adelaide's 4th. They go to 4 goals, 4, 28. The Warriors 3-4, 22.
Well, maybe everyone should tie their boots up like that. It certainly doesn't affect his kicking. Just have a look at the way the laces are bouncing around on his boots there. He certainly is an accurate kick, though. He knows where the goals are. It was a fine diving mark. So South Adelaide showing today that they're going to...
They're going along the Panthers. That's the quickest way home inside the line. Stasinowsky, and he was shoveled into the fence. I don't think he was too happy with that treatment. Hit the pickets very heavily. Couldn't quite see it from here, but I can assure you, he hit that picket fence very solidly. We heard the crunch from well up in the grandstand. Staz is going for a torpedo. He shouldn't with a wet ball. It's come off, however. Dewhurst picked up the crumbs, put it long to Stasinowsky. That was well placed, and Stazza has the mark. Described by some critics as a goal-kicking genius. 45 metres out. The angle is very slight. Take a deliberate line up at this one. He's got right underneath it, given it a real ride. It's lobbing in the goal square, just short of the line. He thumped across, however, and through for one behind. 1 goal, 2, 9 points, 8 points. South Adelaide. The Warriors 1 solitary point.
Certainly can kick a long ball, Stasinowsky. Williams brings the ball.
It was about 2 or 3 players only that kept the minute Stasinowsky was run with his 3 fantastic goals.
Well, we haven't seen Stasinowsky back on the ground since that, gee, what was the 2nd or 3rd term when he was taken off. Finding it very hard to get involved in the play.
Yes, he's been suffering a leg injury in recent weeks, back in the side today, but certainly had no contribution to the South Adelaide forward zone. Jason Rowe trying to fell. is long. Stasinowsky had his jumper held, no free kick, said the umpire. Play on's the call. Arnold got off the handball. Now Butler an opportunity if he can pick the ball up. He does so, gets off the handball, but it beats Dickinson across the line. The boundary umpire again will throw it in, so we're playing one side of the ground to the other, and the umpires are having plenty of work to do.
Now the ball's been picked up and stolen by Brockers. It's a wobbly kick, but it's found its target in Stasinowsky. He gets it off over the top to Butler.
South, one player I want to talk to you about, Stasinowsky. You called him a goal-kicking genius at the start of the year, and that stuck with him, but you made a comment off air, and I think it was a good one. He manufactures goals, doesn't he?
Well, that's right, Pete. For whatever reason, when Chris plays a game of league football, he just finds the goals. On a bad day, he picks up his 2 or 3, and on a good day, as I saw 7 today, I think 4 1/4.